Oh, yes. It's that time of the year, guys, where the weather gets cold, it starts to rain. You guys are not focused. Give me a second. Hello, welcome back. Well, it's that time of the year, guys, where the weather gets cold, it starts to rain, well, at least here in Southern California. It's time of the year where the days are short, where you wear your favorite Christmas sweater, where you start to eat and eat and eat, and you complain about how fat you're getting, but in reality, it's just the season of getting fat. But that's why we're not here. Today, we are here because we're gonna talk about creepy stories. And what kind of creepy stories? How about we talk about creepy Nickelodeon stories? Why don't you sit back down? Why don't you sit down? Why don't you lay down? Why don't you just chill, grab a cup of coffee, grab some tea, grab some cookies, and join me as I talk about some crazy Nickelodeon creepy stories. Now guys, I'm sitting here in my favorite chair. I haven't really vlogged from this chair in a very, very long time, but you know what? I'm gonna vlog today. My cat is actually on the other side of the room. She is playing in her tree. So if you hear some noises, it is not a ghost or a demon. It's Salem just being a cat. Guys, Nickelodeon has produced probably the pinnacle renaissance of cartoons in the 90s. We have amazing shows from Rocko's Modern Life, Cat Dog, Hey Arnold, Ren and Stimpy, The Adventures of Pete and Pete. We have so many amazing, crazy and wild kids. Rugrats, dude, you know, the list can go on forever. And crazy stuff like Are You Afraid of the Dark, which is one of the crazy anthology stories, kind of like a wannabe Goosebumps, but a little more darker in my opinion, just as badly as, just, you know, the acting is horrendous, but it's cool because when you watch it as a kid, you don't pay attention to the acting, you just are locked in the scary story stuff, you know. Kaboom, amazing Canadian show. Thank you, Canada, for that show. But what I really want to talk about is some of these cartoons that have these creepy pasta, these conspiracy theories around it. And look, I might ruin some of your guys' childhood. I might ruin some of your guys' binge watching of some of these cartoons. I just got this app or this streaming service called Verb, VRB, Verb, and it has a lot of my favorite cartoons from Nickelodeon from the 90s. It has Hey Arnold. Actually, no, it doesn't have Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold, I think it's on Hulu. But it has Kenan and Kel. It has Cat Dog. I think it has Rocko's Modern Life. It has a bunch of other stuff. I don't know. But you guys should check it out. It's really awesome. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not endorsed by them. But Verve, if you're watching, yo, man, thank you so much for bringing up some of my 90s childhood stuff, man. And lately, I think even Netflix is gonna collab with Nickelodeon. They're gonna bring back some of the shows. They're gonna do some crazy stuff. I don't know. They already did a special of Rocko's Modern Life that talked about transgenders, which is totally awesome. Like, so 2019. Thank you so much, Rocko's Modern Life. And then you had a Vader Sim special, which I don't know what that special was about, but it was awesome. Two amazing shows that I love, and I enjoyed watching it so much. I watched it on a flight back from a tour I was doing. I was watching an airplane. Of course, I was nostalging up the butt like crazy. But I want to talk about Rugrats. Guys, we all grew up watching Rugrats. My parents used to call me Rugrat. That's how you say it in Spanish, not Rugrat. But my parents would call me, oh, you're such a Rugrat. You know, we know Rugrats. This sweater is from Rugrats. This is Reptar. And what about Rugrats? Guys, I want you guys to really take a seat because this is going to be very interesting. If you ever heard this conspiracy theory, if you ever heard about this creepypasta, look, let me tell you something. You're about to get your balls blown out. You're about to get your ovaries are going to explode. My cat is playing, so I apologize. Your head is about to explode. Rugrats is about Angelica Pickles and all of the most cutest babies. You have Tommy, you have Chucky, you have Phil and Lil, you have Baby Dill, you have all these beautiful babies. But what this conspiracy theory tells us is that the only real baby thus far is Angelica. And Angelica made up all the babies from from Chucky, from Tommy. She made them up all in her head because she was a lonely crack baby. What the freak? And there are examples. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Number one is that Tommy was a stillborn, meaning he died before he was even born. This is why his dad, what was his name? Stu, Tommy's dad, was a mess. This is why he's a toy creator. Crazy. This is why he's always creating toys, right? And then you have Chucky, who died at birth with his mother. This is why Chaz is a nervous wreck. This is some crazy stuff, all right? And then you have the DeVilles, which is Phil and Lil. So Angelica didn't know if it was a boy or girl because those parents decided to have an abortion. So she created both of them. She created Phil and Lil as like, I don't know what the baby was gonna be, so I'm gonna make two imaginary babies being two of the opposite genders. And then you have Angelica. Angelica was real, but Angelica came from a crazy mother. Now here's the craziest thing that I didn't know about until I heard this story, was that we don't meet Angelica's mother. The mother that Angelica has in the cartoon is the woman that her dad remarried, and she's this controlling, materialistic girl that's kind of teaching these examples to Angelica. But here's the crazy thing: we all know about Cynthia, Angelica's baby doll, or the doll that Angelica has. That doll is a spitting image of Angelica's real mother. This is why she's so attached to that doll, Cynthia. But if you look at the doll looks like it's been through better days. It looks like it has messed up hair, it's going bald, it has an ugly dress, no shoes, skinny, this nutrido, like we say in Spanish, has not eating anything. Well, it's because Angelica's real mom was a crackhead, was a drug addict, and due to this, Angelica was a crack baby. Now here's the thing. So Angelica was a crack baby, but the thing is, like, she didn't start doing drugs until we go into the all grown up Rugrats universe, meaning they're all grown up. So Angelica was growing up and she did not want to be alone. So you know what she did? She started doing drugs. She started doing crazy LSD. She started doing crazy narcotics. She's doing crazy PCP, hallucinogens, so she can imaginate, or she can, have all these imaginary babies around her all the time. And you know what's the saddest thing about this story? Was that the way Angelica dies is that she dies of a drug overdose in her school's bathroom. That is some crazy stuff, guys. Angelica dies of a drug overdose with all her favorite babies surrounding her in the bathroom stall as she passes away. Now, the only other two babies, or the only two characters in Rugrats that are real besides Angelica is Dill, which is the baby that we meet in the Rugrats movie. And the thing about Dill is that Angelica didn't know he was real, so Angelica beat him to the point where she almost killed the baby. And the baby, this is why you kind of see it with a really deformed head. He had like a brain hemorrhage, and the baby just grew up being kind of dumb, slow, etc., etc. And then you have Susie, which is the black little girl that's in the Susie. Black little girl. Yeah, exactly. I kind of forgot about her. But Susie was the only other real friend or real baby that was there. Now, Susie grew up with Angelica, and Susie knew the crazy ass drugs that freaking Angelica was doing. So once Angelica died, Susie became a therapist. She became a doctor. She became a psychologist. And then she went to Nickelodeon and told her about her friend and her imaginary babies, and this is how the concept of Rugrats was born. I'm pretty sure your mind is blowing up right now. This is some crazy ass stuff, guys. Now, I hope I didn't ruin your childhood, and I hope I explained that right, but that is just the most craziest conspiracy theory I've heard of my childhood. Now, it's gonna get even crazier right now. We have also the Hey Arnold conspiracy theory, the Hey Arnold creepypasta I read. Guys, Hey Arnold is one of those shows that taught me morals, alright? Hey Arnold taught me nothing but some awesome morals. I'm sorry, it's kind of dry in my room because I had the heater on, and trust me, it's warm right now, but it gets freaking cold. And right now it's really warm. It's a little dry though. But anyways, Hey Arnold, guys. We all know Hey Arnold is known for the football head, shape head, the football head. Hey, football head. Hey Arnold. Again, Jim Lane the music director or the music composer of that show, damn, dude, you are amazing. My cat is having a field day right now in her cat tree. Now, we all know that Hey Arnold never really meets his parents, and his grandparents tell him about who his parents were and what they were doing. They're archaeologists, if I'm not mistaken. And there's a special that came out a couple of years ago called The Jungle Movie, which was supposed to be the Hey Arnold movie, but they kind of did a different story there and didn't really explain where his parents were from, what happened to his parents. And then in 2016, 2017, I think 2017 they released The Jungle Movie, which talks about Hey Arnold finally meets with his parents, and it's a beautiful movie. It's great. But here is where the conspiracy theory takes off. The real parents of Hey Arnold is actually his grandparents. What? Yes, his grandparents are actually his real parents. They just made up the story that they're his grandparents. And you know why Hey Arnold has a football-shaped head? It's because it's a deformity called Arnold-syphilis or Arnold-syphilis, which means you're born with so much liquid in your head that your head looks like a football shape. Oh my goodness. And the grandparents or his parents are so demented that they kind of forget that that is actually his child. What the heck? You know, they actually forget that they are his child, so they kind of play the role of thinking they're still his grandparents. And all his friends, all of Arnold's friends, I don't know if you noticed, they all have weird looking heads, okay? They have weird looking heads, meaning they're also deformed babies. And that place, his home, is actually not a home. His home is actually like a daycare for crazy babies that are deformed. Guys, I'm not making this stuff up. I read this stuff. This is crazy stuff. Hey Arnold is a deformed baby, and his head is an actual football head, and all his friends have crazy shaped heads because they are crazy deformed babies. I don't know what to say. You know what? Let's just go home. That is crazy. Guys, I am sorry if I'm messing up your childhood, but this is some interesting, creepy stuff, guys. And you know what? This is not Christmas related. This is not December related, but this is some crazy stuff that, you know what, I feel like you guys didn't want to hear, but you guys need to hear. I don't know. I just love telling this creepy stuff. I'm just a creepy storyteller. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Anyways, guys, so the last conspiracy theory, the last creepy Nickelodeon stuff I want to talk about is the show Doug. Doug is this other 90s show that came out around the same time as Rocko's Modern Life, Ren and Stimpy's like 92, 93, and it has a really catchy theme song. And the thing about Doug is that Doug is a racist. I don't know if you guys noticed, the Thug is probably the only white character in that show, and everybody else is a different color, meaning that Doug sees him as a minority, so he paints his minorities by different colors. Now that is not the creepy one. The creepy one is that his friend, his neighbor, Mr. Bink, let me check it out. Let me see. Mr. Dink. Doug's neighbor, Mr. Think, I can't even pronounce that. That guy. Alright, his neighbor is actually a pedophile, and he's been sexually molesting Doug this whole time, but we don't know, his parents doesn't know. Why? Because there are moments where Mr. Dink is actually in a tree dressed in this weird outfit and falls into his presence, kind of like looking at him and kind of attracted to him. There's other episodes where Mr. Think is inviting him over his house and over to have some juice and some cookies. Dude, I'm not making this stuff up. This is some real stuff. Doug is one of my favorite shows, but you know, there's this other one, I don't remember much, but I read this one a long time ago, where Doug's sister is actually a drug addict as well, a crackhead, and this is why she's always so irritated, because she has not had her fix yet, and Doug kind of like provokes her to kind of you know, be triggered and go through drugs. But then also Doug started taking drugs. This is why he has this his alter ego where he's kind of like a superhero, and his superhero is a figment of all his drug abuse. Guys, the 90s were some crazy ass stuff, man. All these conspiracy theories. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think. Guys, I'm gonna end the Nickelodeon creepy story time here, because I don't want to ruin any more creepy stories or any more Nickelodeon shows. There's many more stories from where I found these. There's many more creepy pastas, creepy stories, conspiracy theories of Nickelodeon cartoon shows. If you want more Nickelodeon cartoon creepy pastas, conspiracy theories, why don't you just drop a like, and why don't you also drop a comment and tell me what creepypasta you want to hear now, or what conspiracy theories you want to hear, guys. It is December, it is the season of giving, it is Christmas, it is the holidays, but there's always time for scary stories. Come on, guys, let's be real. Guys, I want to say thank you again for watching this vlog. Thank you again for watching this video. You know I love doing this stuff for you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this channel. We're almost at 200 subscribers. I don't know, by the time this video comes out, I don't know if we're gonna be at 200, but my goal is to finish 2019 with 200 subscribers. Please, let's hit that number. Please hit that notification button. Please hit that like button. I can't spoke. Please hit that like button. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in our next video. I hope you guys enjoyed these creepypasta, these conspiracy theories. God bless you. I love you. Stay creepy. Stay awesome. Have a great day, great night, great evening, wherever you may be watching. Be awesome. Stay creepy. Bye.